Hey everybody, welcome back to One Hub Stadium and welcome to another edition of the Manager's Minute. With Brisbane Bandits manager David Nilsson, I'm Erik Bremer. The Bandits are still tied for first place after round 3. You took 2 out of 4 from a good Blue Sox team in Sydney despite scoring only 9 runs. How were you able to get those wins when the margins were so tight?
Well, I think pitching is the answer to that. Both teams had great pitching and runs are at a premium. You know, we got some big hits, as did they, and I think for us to leave there with a split, 2 games each, I think is pretty reflective on how the series was played. Both teams just had great pitching the whole time, and we just got a few hits here and there, more than they did.
Coming up next in round 4, the Auckland Tuatara visiting to Brisbane for the first time this year. We're going to be playing 3 9-inning games and 1 7-inning game, as is customary when you have a scheduled doubleheader. The difference for Auckland is that all of their home games this year are going to be 7-inning games. And I won't ask you if that's a good or bad thing. Maybe you folks in the comments can hash that out yourselves. But I will ask you how your managerial approach changes when you have a 7-inning game as opposed to a 9-inning game.
Well, it does change. Collectively, you look at the 4 games and you try to match up hitters and you look at the amount of innings that you're going to have over the weekend. And obviously, as you play a 7-inning game, things change. It really comes down to the starting pitcher, who's starting on that day and what sort of depth you have in the bullpen. So at one level, it doesn't change much. You just go one hitter at a time. But in a 7-inning game, if you get a good 5 innings out of your starter, that really shortens the bullpen and you can go to the guys you want a lot earlier.
Finally, David, through the first 3 rounds, Mike Margema had been a revelation for this team, coming over as an American import. At the plate, he had homered in 3 straight games, also had a big RBI single to win a game in Sydney. But as we found out earlier this week when you released the roster, he's not going to be on the active roster this weekend after suffering an injury in Sydney. How do you expect to replace his production at the plate and in the field?
Well, first of all, as you said, he's been really productive for us, and he is going to be a loss. But the good thing we have Jeremy Martinez and Ryan Battaglia, who both can play infield and have both been swinging the bat well. So I'm really confident with the flexibility I have amongst my players.
Bandits round 4 against Auckland goes Thursday through Saturday. And for ticket information, you go to brisbanebandits.com.au. We'd love to see you at the ballpark, but if you can't make it, join us on bandits.tv for live broadcast of every home game this season.